Hello students, welcome to today's English class. So today we'll discuss the topic idioms, and I am Roopna Ravindran, Assistant Professor of English, Government Degree College Chevalla in Rangareddy district of Telangana state. So coming to the topic idioms, let's go to the next slide where we have the definition of idiom. Idioms are words or phrases whose meaning cannot be understood outside its cultural context. So it is a group of words or phrases whose meaning cannot be understood by the individual words. So they have to be understood as a group itself. Its meaning cannot be worked out from words it contains. They have a fixed order, and as a group they have a meaning that is different from the meaning of the individual words in the group. For example, if you describe somebody as who has both her feet on the ground, it doesn't mean that she is keeping her feet on the ground. Okay, it means she is sensible, realistic, and a practical person. So an idiom is more likely a saying or an expression that is specific to a culture. So it has cultural differences. Let us look at the examples given here. In spite of all our warnings, he started chatting and let the cat out of the bag. So this expression, let the cat out of the bag, has nothing to do with the literal meanings of cat and the bag. But it simply means that the person had let some secret out. He is not able to keep secret and he is letting it out. Next one, after a bitter fight, they decided to make up. It doesn't have anything to do with the literal meaning of facial makeup. Okay, here, what are they doing? They are reconciling after the fight. They are giving an end to the disagreement with somebody. He is a strong person. He will bounce back soon. It doesn't mean that he is going to bounce back like a ball. Okay, it means that he will recover after an illness or a defeat. So this idiom has nothing to do with the literal meanings of the words, but it has more to do with the figurative meanings of the words. Okay, so it is very much good that you master the idioms and you use it comfortably in your speech and writing. So it shows your fluency in the language. Idioms add liveliness to language. So without idioms, your language will look dull and it cannot be correct also. So knowledge of idioms is particularly important for understanding spoken English. Even if you don't use the idiom, if the other person uses idioms and speak, then you will have to understand that. So idioms are usually used in informal situations. People often use idioms to avoid lengthy expressions, and it is like a shorthand. But in formal conversations or in formal writings, we usually avoid idioms because it is specific only to a certain culture. So when you write academic, scientific and technical papers, then do not use idioms. They are only a feature of informal and colloquial language. But it is good if you learn the idioms. How do you learn idioms? Since it is used by native English people, you can watch American movies or English channels. Then if you visit or if you speak to native English people, then you can master these idioms. So let us start studying some of the idioms. Let us go to the next slide. Let us learn a few of the idioms. Most of us only use a few idioms in our everyday use language because English is a second language for us and we are not native speakers. So we don't use much of idioms. They are estimated to be at least 25,000 idiomatic expressions in the English language. They have a casual tone, and as we have already said, it is used in informal conversation and writing because it is cultural specific. specific. An American idiom like gangbusters will not be understood by a person following the British or Australian English. Here you have some commonly used idioms. One example will be a hot potato, which means it is a controversial issue or situation that is not pleasant to deal with. An example will be the subject of bullying and fighting in my school is a hot potato. So in my school, these kinds of things are not entertained at all, and if you practice any of this, you are definitely to be punished. Next is a piece of cake. A piece of cake means something that is easy to do. Learning English is a piece of cake as long as you do it with our website. So it looks like an advertisement given by a person. So his website offers easy ways for you to learn English. So to mention the easiness of that, he has used the idiom a piece of cake. Next, once in a blue moon means something that happens very rarely. I go to visit my grandfather only once in a blue moon. He lives in a remote farmhouse. A bed of roses means easy option. Taking care of my younger sister is no bed of roses. She is very silly. So she is very naughty. It is very difficult to take care of her. Next is raining cats and dogs, which means raining very heavily. Very heavy rain. I wanted to go out and play, but then it was raining cats and dogs yesterday. When pigs fly, pigs never fly, so it is impossible action. Something that will never happen, or it is almost impossible, that kind of a situation. William will keep quiet only when pigs fly. So William is a chatterbox. He talks a lot. He is a talkative person. So he'll keep quiet only when pigs fly. Devil's advocate. Devil's advocate is a person who presents a counter argument always. So whatever you say, he will have something to say against you. So he wants to oppose you just for the pleasure of that. Hey Jack, you are always playing devil's advocate. Give it a rest and mind your own business. So don't disturb me always. Mind your own business. Don't be devil's advocate. Miss the boat means miss a precious chance, miss a golden opportunity. Peter wanted to enter the drawing competition, but he was too late to enter and he missed the boat. He was so enthusiastic about the drawing competition. He was so interested, but then he couldn't participate because he missed the chance. So to denote that he missed the chance, this sentence is using the idiom miss the boat. Next one is apple of eye. Apple of eye means very precious. Every kid in the world is the apple of their parents' eyes. So every kid is precious for their parents. So apple of their eyes. Next is zip your lip. Zip your lip means to stop talking. It is very much evident. I don't want to hear another sound out of you. Now do as you are told and zip your lip. So maybe a teacher is telling her students who are creating nuisance in the class, who are not doing their work, who are talking and disturbing the whole class. So I don't want to hear another sound of you. Just do as you are told and zip your lip. Means to stop talking. Here you have the textual exercise. You have to choose the correct meaning of the idiom. So first one is to pay through the nose. To pay through the nose means, is it doing something correctly or well? No. To pay more for something than is the actual worth. That is the correct answer. Pay through the nose means you pay more than its actual worth. Next is to take something to heart. a lot of worry or excitement about a situation that is not important? No. To not allow criticism to worry or upset you? No, that is also not correct. To allow something to affect you deeply. So you take something to heart means you become very emotional about something. To allow something to affect you very deeply. That is the correct answer. Next one, to not have the stomach for something. Options are to be bored because you have nothing to do. No, it is not like that. To be born for rich parents. No, it is not at all related. To exist with very little money. That is also wrong. To not feeling interested, strong or brave enough to do something. So that is the correct answer. Next one is on the rocks. On the rocks means you are in trouble. So the first option is correct. On the rocks means you are in trouble. Next one. To show someone the ropes means to annoy someone, to impress or influence someone, to put pressure on someone, to show someone what to do. That is the correct answer. The last option is the correct answer. To show someone what to do. You are helping somebody escape. So you are putting the rope so that somebody can escape. That means to show someone what to do. Next one. To see red means to here we have the sixth question, that is to see red means the small visible part of a large problem. No. To become angry. That is the correct answer. Next, to hold the fort. To hold the fort, to accept both the good and bad aspects of something. No, it is not like that. To be experienced and good at something. That is also wrong. To do a job for someone while they are away or busy. That is the correct answer. To hold the fort, you take the responsibility for something when that person is not there and you do the job for him or her when they are away or when they are busy. Next, eighth one. To lead someone up the garden path. Options are to be funny or ironic. No. Not related at all. Next one. To deceive someone. Yes, that is the correct answer. You deceive someone for a long period of time. That is the meaning of the idiom to lead someone up the garden path. Next, ninth one. To get something off your chest. That means to relax. The answer is option C, to relax. Others are not related to it. 10th one, to take a leaf out of someone's book. Read the options: to be involved in something, to be sensible and realistic, to follow someone's example. So that is the correct one, to follow someone's example. I hope these idioms are clear for you. So what you do, you learn whatever idioms are given in this so that you can use it in your everyday conversation in English and also in your personal writings. That makes your English fluent. You become fluent in your English. Now here you have match the following. Match the following, you have column A where you have idioms, and in column B you have the meanings. So in the next slide I have given the answers also. So let's read the sentences. Let's read the idioms and their meanings and discuss so that it becomes clear for you. So first one is, if something fits the bill means it is what is required. So it fits in the frame that you have. That means it is what is required. If something fits the bill is the idiom, and the meaning is it is what is required. So I have given that in another color. If you do something at the drop of a hat, means you do it without hesitation. You are not bothered if your hat is dropping also. So you do it without any hesitation, Third one, if you don't bat an eye means you show no reaction. You are not even blinking your eyes. There is no reaction on you at all if you don't bat an eye. Fourth one, if something has teething problems means starting problem. It has difficulties at the start. Fifth one, if people are at loggerheads means they are in conflict, they are discussing, they are looking at the pros and cons and they are in conflict. Next, sixth one, if something goes against the grain means you have a set of belief but something is going against your belief. So it isn't what you believe in. Seventh one, if you are penny wise pound foolish, you don't know how to manage your money. Okay, that kind of a person is penny wise pound foolish. You manage your finances badly. Next, eighth one, if a race goes down to the wire, you complete the race. Is that the meaning? It isn't clear until the last moment who will win. So it's a tough competition indeed, and we are not able to decide who will win until it reaches the last moment. Next, ninth one, if something is like a clockwork. How does clock work? Tick tock, precise it is. Okay, so the meaning of this idiom is it is punctual and regular. 10th one, if something is no bed of roses. Bed of roses means very easy, very comfortable. So here it is no bed of roses. That means it is difficult. Yeah, students, in this slide you have different idioms and their meaning given as options. So these are the questions that are taken from various competitive examinations. So these questions come repeatedly. So it is good for you to have an idea about these idioms so that it helps you in any competitive examination. Even for UPSC exams and all, you get the topics from idioms and phrases in the general paper. So the first idiom given here is tool in the hands of. Tool in the hands of means under the authority of someone. Yeah, it is given here, under the authority of someone. So the example in a sentence will be, the whole legal system has become a tool in the hands of influential people. We have seen many times legal system goes in favor of influential people. So to mention that, I have used the idiom tool in the hands of. Now the second idiom is throw mud at. Throw mud at is to make a low opinion about someone. To make a low opinion of someone. That is the meaning of throw mud at. An example will be, companies should think carefully before throwing mud at someone, because some people may respond with stern action costing them crores of rupees. That is reality. You know that people file RTI cases and all, and they come back and they are liable for action. So next one is think lightly. Think lightly means not to be serious about a thing. Here you have the option B, that is not to be serious about a thing. So an example will be, don't take your career lightly. You have to take your career seriously. Next one is fourth one is sheet anchor. Sheet anchor means a person to be relied upon during emergency. a person to be relied upon during emergency. That means sheet anchor. So an example will be, his uncle proved to be his sheet anchor after his father's death. So his uncle helped him a lot after the passing away of his dad. So his uncle proved to be a sheet anchor for him. Next, fifth question, the fourth estate. So fourth estate means the press. Fourth estate means the press. An example will be, today the fourth estate can influence the court proceedings of any case. Next one, that is the sixth one, tall talk. Tall talk means boasting about oneself. You talk a lot about yourself, which are not true, but then too much about yourself. That is boasting. One of my friends is famous for her tall talks, famous for her boasting. Next one, that is the seventh question, take to one's heels. Take to one's heels means to run away. So we'll underline this. That is option D. Take to one's heels means to run away. An example will be, when the police came, the robber took to his heels. He just ran away from there. Next one, eighth one is, take the bull by the horns. Which means that to face danger with courage. I'll underline this so that it is easy for you to understand. So take the bull by the horns means to face danger with courage. Example, Bhagat Singh took the bull by the horns and bravely challenged the British Empire. If you want, you can write it. I'll repeat it. Bhagat Singh took the bull by the horns and bravely challenged the British Empire. Next one, that is the ninth one, is take into one's head. Means to suddenly decide to do something. You are not prepared, you are not planned, but suddenly you take a decision. So it took into their heads to get a new house by the next month. So nobody takes such a decision. So it is a hasty decision. Where is the answer here? To suddenly decide to do something. Take to one's head means to suddenly decide to do something. Yeah. Next one, take an exception to. Take an exception to means, that is option C, to be offended. Okay. So the answer will be, she took an exception to his joke. She did not enjoy his joke. She got offended listening to his joke. Next one, that is the 11th one. Keep your eyes peeled means to watch carefully. You cannot even shut your eyes. Keep your eyes peeled, to watch carefully. I'll underline. Yeah. Example in a sentence, keep your eyes peeled for a home delivery coming today. There is some gift, some home delivery coming today. So watch carefully. To mean watch carefully, I have used the idiom keep your eyes peeled. Next one is head over heels. You might have heard this idiom. It is very common, meaning very excited. So example will be, he is head over heels in love. This is very common. Okay. Next one. Yeah. Get one's feet wet. Get one's feet wet means to begin gaining experience. Example in a sentence will be, he can't drive the car. He has not got his feet wet yet. I'll repeat. He can't drive a car. He has not got his feet wet. So he has not started driving yet. Sorry. Yeah. Coming to the 14th one, bolt from the blue. Bolt from the blue means a complete surprise. Okay, where is it? It is the second option, that is a complete surprise. An example will be, for my birthday, my parents gave a bolt from the blue. They gave me a complete surprise. Next is blue blood. Blue blood means member of a high class society. So people considered my father as a blue-blooded person, means a member of a high-class society. So I think you have got a fair idea about idioms and its usage, and now it is clear that it is not for your semester exam alone, but it is very much important for other competitive examinations that you are going to face in future. So prepare well. I have given these links. You can take screenshots of them and you can type it in Google. You have similar idioms, so go through those websites, learn the meanings and try to frame the idioms in sentences. So this will help you a lot when you practice for competitive examinations. So every day you can go and practice at least 5 or 6 idioms. That will help you in a long run. There is no shortcut to learn idioms. You have to learn it, you have to imbibe it, and you have to start using it in your everyday English language conversation. That is all for today. Thank you for listening, students. Thank you.